My name is Lonny, Lonny Joseph Gordon, and I've been in the fine arts and dance world for 50 years, 50 years. And I did my Master of Fine Arts at the University of Wisconsin-Madison in the dance program when it was very historic and evolving. And immediately from my MFA at Wisconsin, I had a Fulbright, and I graduated in August, and October 1st I was in Japan, and my professional career began. The first dance experience I ever had was, I was a hyperactive child. I was just sports, athletes, sailing, swimming, anything. As long as I was physically active. And my mother was always looking for things to keep me busy and occupied. And my sister went and took a little dance class. This is the God's truth. Lightning note hit me. It was called Madame Katerina's School of Classic Ballet, Fire, Baton, and Hula. And after 15 years, I received another lovely opportunity to go to Las Vegas to be director of dance there. And here I was in Wisconsin at one of the great educational motherlodes of the first degrees in dance. And then from that highly esteemed educational program, I was able to go to the entertainment capital of the world, which had an evolving dance program, which I had to spend 3 years rebuilding the majors and degrees. And from here, I received a Fulbright. So I left in August, and October 1, I was in Japan, and I started the opportunity to be the first non-Japanese ever invited to the Grand Kabuki Theater as an adeshi, is what they call it, means apprentice. But one of the cultural treasures of Japan accepted me as a student. I went every morning for 3 months at 9 o'clock, 7 days a week, and knocked on the door of the theater, and they'd bring me in, sit me down, and I'd watch them make costumes, fix wigs, do makeup, sew something, paint something. Then they had me paint a little, then sewing. And 3 months had passed, and finally I went to the Fulbright Commission. I said, I'm honored to have been accepted, but I'm not actually learning the movement or the acting. I'm learning all things about wigs and costumes and stages. And there was a Mrs. Maki there, very elegant, older Japanese lady. She said, oh, you're learning, but you're being tested. She said, the fact that you showed up every day, 7 days a week for 3 months, they're getting ready to take you officially. Just hold your tongue, go again tomorrow. And I did, and they opened the doors of the theater, and they walked me down a hallway, and they just took all my Western clothes off and put me in full Japanese costumes and a fan, and took me to a class, and I had my first dance. And the work I'm making for Kanopy is called Benches. And the solo I'm going to do after I leave here, and I'm going abroad to work on, and I have some support, is called Bench. Bench is like one word, a solo. And I'm going to make a new no play with Kyogen humor with me as the soloist. But I think my work is very spiritual. And I think that's come a lot of the Oriental work I did. And then I also went to Korea for a year in a Fulbright. So I think my work is spiritual. I can more easily tell you what people say about my work when they write about it. But I do have a kind of strange sense of humor, a little twisted and offbeat. And my work does have political subtones or things. My work is also visually very lush, complex. It's movement-based, and it has little moments in it that are like O. Henry vignettes or a little image you'll see that'll make you relate to something. And it's kind of a culmination. And what I'm pulling from this, in 50 years, I've made 200 choreographies.